Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel like a mother.
Why?
A big mother.
Coming up.
When I was 3 years old, I started dancing, and I did my own little piece I had to do. It was only a few steps, and I very well remember the music was da 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 dum dum dum, da 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 dum dum dum, and da 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 da, and then I went round and round and round and fell down in, and I didn't know where I was. But that was great. I did want to be a dancer, but I realised I would never be in the top level of ballet. But I still went on. Then when I wanted to go in for my exams, of course, I was my final exams, and then of course I was married. And then I found myself pregnant, which I was very, very annoyed at. But it had to be, and there you are. That was the end of my dancing years. You couldn't do it with children, not properly. You couldn't put the practice in that you have to, and the hours. And then there was always, I mean, if you had a husband that enjoyed babysitting, would be all right. But then my husband wasn't like that at all. Yes, it is a very hard decision, because it was so much enjoyment. I know it was very, very, sometimes it was very painful too, because if you had to keep on practising the same thing over and over again, and that wasn't much fun. Once I gave up dancing, I was determined I'd just be a mother.
I'm Rosie, Joanne Edwards, and I'm the third child in the family, and
I'm Maz, and I'm the second eldest child. And there's 15 years difference between Rose and I.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 15? No. 10. There's 10 years between Rose and I, and 15 between myself and my brother, who isn't here. And I think I'm about 16 months younger than my older sister, who's also not here. She's living in Queensland.
Family of 4.
Yeah.
I think just having children is a joy.
Like tins, you know that we've got?
Like we've got.
Grandmother, where are you sitting?
Oh,
Yes, how much do you get?
is that yours, Mum? Thank you. All that?
That's what I said.
There you go.
My Lord, will you ever eat that all?
Yes.
I guess she's built her whole life around her family because she couldn't become the professional person she wanted to with her ballet. She's decided that her family is going to be her number one priority, and that's family and extended family and friends. And she's decided to try her best to be the best mother, the best wife, the best carer that she possibly can. And she does it brilliantly.
Now that I'm old, I realise how wonderful they are. I mean, not all children are wonderful to their parents, but mine are just great. And you couldn't have better children, or grandchildren really, for that matter. He's trying to mend one of those lights, you know, I have out in the garden, the solar lights.
Any luck?
Yeah. I only got to put the battery in. When I went to practice, I used to ride my bike all the way in to the town, and each time I was riding my bike in, Gordon was coming the other way, and he used to turn round and try and catch up with me, and I didn't want him to be. I wasn't interested. He never caught up with me, so I was very pleased about that. I went to a dance one Saturday night, This was in the country, of course, and there he was. So, of course, he made a beeline for me, and I didn't have my bike to get away on, so I had to. And eventually we became friends, and now we've been married 60 years this coming October. That's if we both live. Who knows what can happen in that time. I get up at 5 o'clock and I come out and I make the breakfast and I heat the room up for him, and I do his sandwiches because he has to take a few sandwiches, and I tell you what they are. They're pickle sandwiches, and he won't have anything else. The other made a mess on your singlet again. All right. Yeah. And then I give him his tablets, and he has his breakfast, and then he usually, I take him into the bathroom and I wash him, and because there's no time to have a shower, and then after that he sits in here and waits for the transit to come. Now that can come from any time from 6:30 onwards until up to 8 o'clock.
Okay. Fair enough. I trust the prediction.
And then when he's gone, I go out and I do the birds and the fish, and I put my washing on and I do that. And there's always a lot of washing because I make him wear a bib and he hates it, so when I'm not looking he takes it off, and then it's all down his clothes. And so there's always washing to be done. They wanted him really to go into respite, but I said I would look after him as long as he could walk and get out of bed. Well, he not only got out of bed, but he used to fall out of bed too. So that wasn't all that good.
Nanny was up with him last night. You fell over and hit your head. Twice. What happened?
Just take the balance and over I go.
Do you remember doing that?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a very sick man, really. That's the trouble. You don't realise how you would feel after you spent 4.5 hours at dialysis, just lying. He has to lie still because he can't move, because the machine's on his arm all the time. That's his thing, that he has to either put up with all that or just linger until he gets flooded, and then he's no more. So it's completely up to him how long he lives. So, and it's very difficult in a way, I think, for him. I mean, it's like a life sentence, really. So that's why I decided I would care for him. And I can only make his life as best I can, as long as he's comfortable and as long as he's warm. When you're caring, to me, you should care for the person and do all you can, I suppose, to make them, their life, as happy as you can. I can't say that I've sacrificed, really. I've been very lucky in a way. I've done what I wanted to do in a sense.